Hi, this is Garande. In this video, we are going to complete the user profile by finishing it and we save it to Firestore. Okay, so if this is your first time watching this channel, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button. Or if you are still a person who has not subscribed, make sure that you hit the subscribe button and you support by liking, commenting, and also turning on the notification so that you don't miss any updates. So we are going to begin this by first of all handling the date picking, that is date picking. So what we are going to do, we are going to format this date so that we can put it on the controller here. We can put it on the, we can make it appear to the user. So I'm going to create a helper that is under utils. I'm going to create a helper that is helpers.dat. So this is going to be class helpers, and I'm going to have a static string. This is going to be format date month. And this is going to take in a date time. Okay, so using the util library, I'm going to format this by saying date format is going to be equal to new date format. Okay, date format. Okay, so this one we are going to use the util library, the intil, not util, is the intil. Turns out. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to come up here and we shall just import it. This is import package. This is intil.dat. Okay, so that's what you're going to do, and we are going to use ymom.ed. That is format that we are going to use. I think the new keyword is not necessary for this case. And now we are going to return date format date time. So that is what you are going to return to the user. So now we shall come back to our complete screen, and now here on show calendar and date picked, what we are going to do, we are going to set state and shall say date of birth controller.txt. the text is equal to, should be equal to helpers dot, okay, helpers dot format date, and now here we're going to pass in the picked. Okay, so that's what you are going to do. And also to collect this a little bit, this is going to be, the select is going to be selected gender. Shall go down and put it in position. In this part, we are not going to handle the files, that is the user image. We are not going to handle it. And also another thing which is optional here, that is the email. Since we got the email of the user from Google signing, we may not need to make sure that the user, we may not need to allow the user change this information. So for that case, it means that we can remove this email part, or we can just disable the field. Okay, that is an optional thing. Okay, a full of thought. So you can just choose either to disable it or remove it, or whatever. So for this case, I'm just going to leave it there. And also this bio, we are going to give it a controller, that is bio controller. And we are going to get a button. I think we can just copy it from one of the screens. That is this button, the up button. And we are going to bring it to complete screen. And now this is going to be theme.of context that. So this is going to be finish. I think we need to create it. We need to create it. I'll go to app en can be finish, or it can be save changes. So this is going to be finish. Finish. Okay, so we can pass it there. That is finish. So now we are going to go to our sign-in qubit and shall create the method that completes the authentication. And now this method, we can just put it here. Shall save void save user profile, and here we are going to pass in the app user. So here we are going to call the authentication provider dot save profile. Okay, save profile. I want to pass the user. So this is the weight. Sync as well. So we can create this method within the authentication provider. And this is void. It's actually future void. Authentication provider dot save profile. User. You can override it now. And now here we are going to create the document. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to say Firebase Firestore.instance dot import Firestore.instance dot collection. Okay, now this collection that you're going to save in will be users dot document. We are going to save into a document of user.id dot that is set or update. Okay, for this case we can just use set, and we shall save user dot to JSON, and we can use the set options. We can use set options, and we can say merge in case they exist, merge true. In case there is any user information which is at that particular document, we are going to just merge with it. Okay, and this we are going to return it. So that is what you're going to do. Now here on .then, then what you're going to do, we are going to get the user information, and okay, we are just going to save the user ID into the shared preferences. Yeah, and we are going to say shared preferences is equal to await shared preferences dot get instance. Now here you can say preferences dot set string, and now here you can just say user ID, and now here we shall just push user.id. So that is what you are going to do. And in case we need to use either you can choose to save the whole user object within the shared preferences, whatever method that you choose, or you can save it within the local database, that is SQLite. Any preference that you want to use will be okay. So now we can come into the complete screen. Okay, within the complete screen. So what we can do here, on complete, we are going to create the user profile, the user object. We are going to say app user is equal to app user, and within here now we can pass the fields that we need. We can pass first name, and this is going to be first name controller.text. We can pass last name controller.text. We can pass email, that is email. For this case we can just get it maybe from, okay, let's just get it from the email controller.text for now. We can pass date of birth time millis. We can now take the date of birth, and we shall get the date of birth that we saved. We can get the milliseconds epoch, or we can just give it, or we can just leave it to be null. The last the image URL, we can take the photo URL, and now the phone number. Now for this one we are just going to get context dot read, and that is sign in qubit, and this dot state dot phone number. Maybe also we can pass in the country code within this very stuff. This is country code. So we shall come here and pass in the country code, which is also going to be, let's just copy this, and now here we are going to pass country dot dial code. Lastly, we need to get the ID. Now for the user ID, well, this one we are going to create it up here, user string user ID. This is going to be a concatenation of two things, that is the user country code with the phone number. So we are going to use user country code this is not dial code, this is going to be code, that is the UG, TZ, US, that is the format. And also you are going to also pass the one that is the user phone number itself. phone number. And now within this user ID, you can remove any extra space, replace all, that is any space within with no space. Okay, you can do other validations, okay, but for now that's it. Okay, so this is going to be ID, user ID. Okay, and now we shall conclude by pushing this to the database, that is sign in qubit dot save profile, save user profile, and we are going to pass the user. Okay, actually also we didn't add the gender, we didn't add the user gender, that is bio or gender, we didn't add them. So this is okay, we can go to user and we add the gender, string, gender, and bio, two things. This dot gender and this dot bio. Can copy the two, bring them, data, bring, copy, okay. So we can bring in, this is bio, this is going to be bio controller dot text, and gender, we are just going to put selected gender. And lastly, the creation date time mail is that this is going to be date time dot now, and we are going to put the current timestamp, which is now. Okay, so that is it. So now we can reload this. I think there is, okay, within authentication you can save this. So now it is well reloaded, so we can now select the gender. Okay, I think the gender is not getting well selected, so we can now come to complete auth view, where we are selecting the gender from. Gender. Okay, this one we can just set state. Okay, so taking that into account, now we can have that. Let me see. Female, male. Okay, so now the email is okay. We can go to date of birth, select any date, 2017. So we have the date of birth well formatted. Guarantee. So that is it. The photo URL handling, that one you can either do it with the image picker or other stuff, or you can let me know in the comment section and we shall handle it. So for this case, we can now save, finish. Oh, actually, what we need to do here, okay, one last step before we close this. We need to come to save user profile, and now on completion we are going to emit state. This is going to be copy with, that is status is going to be sign in status, profile update complete. And now before that we are going to emit state whereby we shall update that we are updating status of the profile, that is sign in status, updating profile, so that is profile update in progress. So now we can go to sign in screen and also implement these statuses. Now here, this is a circular progress bar, circular progress indicator, and now this is going to be updating profile, and we are going to do nothing. This is status profile update in progress. This is going to be profile update complete. This is going to be profile updated successfully. And now here on success, we are just going to replace the screen with the home screen, that is navigator dot push named. We can either trigger the authentication block, the main authentication block, to have the status of logged in, or we can just navigate this by ourselves. So we can just say push replacement named, push replacement named. Now here we are going to push the name, that is home. We can come to route generators, and we can have the home route here. This is home, and now this is going to be home screen. So that is what you can do. Otherwise, I think everything is okay. Okay, so now we can push this, save, updating profile updated successfully, and now we are on the home screen, which was having a red color. Okay, so that is it. Home screen is having the color red, so that's it for now. Now if we check the database, we find that the saved user is existing, and with all records that we had put. So this is it. Okay, I think that's it now. See you in the next video. In case you have any question, please let me know in the comment section, and in case you have also suggestions, feel free, like the video and comment. Thanks.